Hello, let's do the New York Times schemes for Monday, December 1st. I cannot believe it's December already. That's crazy. Another year's just flown by. All right, what are we doing here? We're seeing a lot of round things. You have a full moon, a pizza pie. Well, maybe not. I mean, revolution and lap are going around something. It's not the round thing itself. An orbit, a circuit. This is to go around something. This is to make a full circumference, maybe, if you want to call it that. That seems like a category, so we'll hold on to that one for now. A sea change is like a big change. It's a monumental change, a metamorphosis, I don't really see anything else that does that or means that. I mean, the tea leaves like indicate a change is coming. It's used in that way, but these are the actual changes. So those don't seem to quite fit together. Not sure what LP is doing in here. Is that referring to the record? An LP. Maybe it is a round thing. Maybe a full moon, pizza, and LP is a record sort of thing. What else would go with that, though? A pupil could be round. I was thinking pupil as in like a student, but I think that's spelled differently, isn't it? This is like your eye's pupil. So these are round things, maybe. I'm not really super confident in that one. Not as nearly as much as about revolution, lap, circuit, and orbit. All right, what's pea soup going with? I mean, pea soup and pizza are both foods, but I doubt they're going to do something that easy. Pea soup. Are we doing pea or soup? We taking half the word? What's eye contact going with? Eye contact. You make eye contact. I don't really see anything else that would go with that. I mean, trial and judgment could both be related to, like, trials. I mean, that's using one of the words, but you know what I mean. But I don't see anything else that would go with that. And what would castle be doing? The king in the castle. Castle. Cinderella's castle. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with castle. This one seems kind of tricky. The only thing I'm confident in is revolution, circuit, lap, and orbit. So I'm just going to submit that just because I need to get something going here. All right, a complete turn. Pea soup starts with P, a homophone for a number, or a letter. C change starts with a homophone for the letter C. Oh, tea leaves, is that just it? Eye contact. Oh man, I should have seen that. That seems like such an easy purple now that I've seen it. This is starting with homophones for letters. All right. Okay. And normally I'm so good at spotting those. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier. All right, we still have full moon, pupil, pizza pie, and an LP as round things maybe? All right, circular things. And then trial, metamorphosis, judgment, and castle. Trial, metamorphosis, judgment, and castle. I have no idea. What is blue doing? Let's find out. Kafka works with the. Okay, I never would have known that. Never would have known that in a million years. Okay, so that just wasn't my category. Luckily, I figured out these other ones because there's no way I ever would have put that together. I've heard the term Kafka-esque, but I don't think I've ever read anything by him. All right, let's see what they give it. 3.3 out of 5. I didn't think it was that hard. In fact, I thought the purple once I saw it was pretty easy. Yellow I thought was fairly easy. And then green was so generic, it's actually kind of tricky, just round things, but I don't know, 3.3 seems kind of high. Okay, let's check the bots. Okay, 4 to 5 difficulty. Biggest category is losing. Second biggest by a fairly significant amount is no mistakes. So it's not like a really tough one where it just seems like a ton of people are guessing. Like there's some people that really know this one, but it's still fairly difficult. Okay. 1 in 24 uniqueness is not unique at all. I mean, I didn't get purple first today. I did get it second, but I should have gotten it first. All right. Yellow, by far the biggest first category, which makes sense. And then circular things, I mean, I saw that, but it just, I don't know, it just felt so generic that it was like I was not confident in that at all. And then purple, and then nobody's getting Kafka Works with the. All right, let's check ever. Vast majority are getting yellow, not quite everybody. Big drop down to green, then another big drop down to the other two. So yeah, look at the losses. Yellow, nothing. Yellow, green, green, yellow. Yellow, purple. So not being able to figure out the round things and not knowing Kafka Works. For those 2% anyway. The largest winning game by far, by a significant amount, has purple before blue. Let's check the mistakes. Processes, metamorphosis, sea change, trial, and judgment. I don't understand that mistake, other than just guessing at something. Full moon completes an orbit, so that one doesn't quite make sense there. What's the one missing from there? We have orbit, lap, circuit. What was the other one? Revolution. Okay. Maybe people are only thinking about it as the political uprising, not necessarily just going around something. So the biggest mistakes were guessing mostly between purple and blue, except for this category here. But then once you get down here, it's a bunch of green and yellow. Putting trial in with courses? Maybe. I mean, you have like time trials in running, so maybe you could think about it in that way. But it doesn't quite mean the same thing. Putting orbit in with circular round things? Yeah, I could see that. Oh, into the mini crossword. Alright, tree, that's the symbol of Canada. Maple. Backstreet. Boys? I don't know what that means. Kind of steak with a letter in its name. T-bone. Beer pong's target. Cups. Blank. Pinafore. Gilbert and Sullivan. I have no idea. I don't know anything about operas. Show mutual interest as on a dating app. Match. Bad or good kid. MAAD City. What? I have no idea what that means. I'm guessing it's his album. Just based on the letters. Sits down heavily. Plops. Contact lens. Yeah, I guess that's how that's spelled. Look here. I. Alright. That didn't feel all that great, but I got it in 43 seconds somehow. Alley Backstreet. Okay. So could you refer to them as the Alley Boys? Maybe. T-Bone Cups. HMS. Pinafore. Gilbert and Sullivan Opera. Alright, never heard of it. And then I think I got everything else. Maple, Alley, T-Bone. Yeah. And then I got all the downs. The downs saved me. On to pips. Alright, 15. That could be... It's going to have to be 3 5s because we have no other way of doing that. We need a 3 and a 5 right here. Alright, so that's just going to go there like that. That's going to go there like that. This is equal, so we're going to go 3 2 up, actually, and then 2 0 over. If I could grab this, and then 1 1 up. Ooh, 19 seconds. Nice. We haven't been getting very many cookies lately, so there's one in the bag. On to medium. Alright, we need a 0 in here. We only have 1. And it goes into 2 equals cages, so the 4s are going to have to go in there somewhere. This has to be less than 11. That's interesting. This has to be a 4 with less than 11. That is very interesting. Where's our in here? I'm just going to place this one here, I guess. Greater than 4 and something else. So we need to have at least a 5 with that. Actually, the 0 4 has to go that way because this one has to go up this way. So let's just start placing 4s over here, I guess. Yeah, that doesn't really help us. We have a 4 3 and then a 4 with a greater than 4. We could do 4 5 or 4 6. 4 5, I kind of just want to go one above. You always want to do that, but might not always work out that way. We do 4 6. This has to be 4 or less. What's greater than 4? All right, 6 2, 2 2, 1 1, and then 2 5 down. All right, I took a lot of time trying to figure out where if I should put the 0 4 up or over, and it was a giveaway. I didn't really think about how whatever went in here had to go up. So 0 4 kind of kickstarted off. Although then I just started placing things because it wasn't super obvious. I almost put the 4 5 here. Actually, you could swap these. You could totally swap these and it would still work. So it didn't really matter. There's multiple solutions to this one. That's the problem sometimes when you try and think through the entire puzzle, is that if there's multiple solutions, you can't logic your way through it sometimes, so it just slows you down. On to the hard. Okay, ooh, this goes 12 and 5, 6 numbers. Interesting. This is 12, this is 12, this is 12. So that's, what, 6 sixes right there? How many sixes do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sixes. Okay. Interesting. So this 10 is going to have to be 2 5s. So this makes a lot of sense doing that right there. We have a 6 2, greater than 2. We could do that. Do we have a 6 4? We don't. Oh, this could just be the 6 6. Okay. We need 3 zeros in here. Do we have 3 zeros? Well, obviously we have at least 3, but do we only have 3? Yes, we only have 3. All right, good to know. So that means this is going to have to be 3 1s up here. So what do we have with 1s? We have a 1 3, a 1 5, and a 1 4. All right, all 3 1s are going up here, and this has to be less than 4. So this is the 1 3. Which means this is... Actually, it probably makes more sense to do this, because if we put it the other way, we need a 1 1. We don't have a 1 1. So we need a 1 and a greater than 4, so that's the 1 5, and then we have the 1 4 down. All right, I think this is forced. And then do we have a 0 6? We do, so we do 0 6 like this. This would be the 6 2 here. We can just place either of these two. These could go in either spot. And then we need a 5 here, I guess. And then hopefully we still need 8. This has to be greater than 3, so this has to be the 4. And hopefully these all add up, because these are the only ones I have left. Nope, they don't add up. Where am I wrong? How much does this add to? 4, 6. Yeah, this is way too much. 9. 13, 15. Yeah, I need to take 3 out of here. Wow. How am I going to do that? I'm kind of surprised that there's a different way of doing this. I feel like all of this stuff is forced over here. This has to be 3 1s because all the 3 zeros have to go in here. So there's no other way of doing this other than 3 1s, and we only have 3 1s. So those are forced. This has to be the 1 5, so we can't put the 5 1 over here. Maybe we could put the 6 6 over here? No, because we need the 0 over here. So this 6 has to go over here. So we can't put the 6 6 over here. I was maybe hoping to put the 6 2 over here somewhere and subtract a number. This has to all be 2s, I think. So we're going 2 0 like this. That's what it was. Okay, that's where I messed up. Oh, this wasn't like this. This was like this. Okay, so we can't actually swap the 6 2 and the 0 3 and the 0 2 like I said earlier. And then the 5 4 goes like this. Okay. But we already have 8 in here, so we need this to be 8. How are we doing that? So we need another small number. Oh, maybe we do 6 2 like this horizontally. Then we do 4 2 down like, or this 4 2 down. No, that doesn't work. Oh, we do 2 3. That's what it is. And then we do the 6 3 over here. Okay. Yeah, I probably could have done that a lot faster. I should have realized that once the zeros were taken care of and the 1s were taken care of, because we only have 3 zeros and 3 1s and they all had to go over here, that this had to be 6 2s. I was so busy placing the 6s right away that I should have thought about that some more. So, yeah, there's the opposite of the medium. The medium, since it had multiple solutions, trying to figure it all out and logic my way through it slowed me down. But this one, where I just started placing things, and it, I believe, only has one solution. And thinking it through would have saved me some time. So those are two different ways of solving these puzzles, and I picked the wrong one on both. Okay, if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe and let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.